Hi all, welcome back. Where did we stop in the last class? Yes, the story of Lynch. The heading A Night of Sorrow was completed in the last class. And what happened in that sorrowful night? Yes, large hailstones began to fall and all the crops were destroyed. But there was a single hope in the mind of Lenju, the hope of God, the help from God. Anyway, let's go through the rest part of the story. And the heading is At the Post Office. Let's go through at the post office. Lencho was an ox of a man, walking like an animal in the fields. Still, he knew how to write. The following Sunday, at daybreak, he began to write a letter. It was nothing less than a letter to God. Dear God, if you don't help me, my family and I will go hungry this year. I need 100 pesos in order to sow my field again and to live until the crop comes. Because of the hailstorm you sent, everything is lost. Hopefully, waiting lunch. He wrote to God on the envelope and went to the town. At the post office, he pasted a stamp on the letter and dropped it into the mailbox. The postman went to his boss laughing heartily. He showed him the letter to God. The postmaster also broke into a laugh, but immediately he turned serious. What faith! I wish I had the faith of the man who wrote this letter. Imagine starting up a correspondence with God. The postmaster came up with an idea. Send a reply to Lencho from God. But he needed something more than goodwill, ink and paper to answer the letter. He took a collection from the employees of the post office. He himself gave a part of his salary. But it was impossible for him to put together 100 pesos. He was able to send the farmer only 70 pesos. He put the money in an envelope addressed to Lenju. He sent a letter along with it, and it contained only a signature God. I hope all of you have listened to the part very carefully. Did you understand that? Anyway, go through the same area once again and read it silently. Okay, let me clear your doubts. We know that Lencho was a farmer who works as an animal in the field, but he knew how to write. The following day, After the heavy hailstorm, Lenjo wrote a letter. Whom did Lenjo write a letter to? Yes, he wrote a letter to God. Look at the letter once again. Dear God, if you don't help me, my family and I will go hungry this year. I need 100 pesos in order to sow my field again and to live until the crop comes. Because of the hailstorm you sent, everything is lost. Hopefully waiting, Lenjo. Did you read the letter of Lenjo? What did he write in that letter to God? What did Lenjo write in that letter? Yes. In the letter, Lenjo writes that if God doesn't help him, his family and he will go hungry that year. And he adds he needs 100 pesos in order to sow his field again and to live until the crop comes. And then Lenjo posted the letter. When the postman came across Lenjo's letter and the address in it, that is to God, he started to laugh. And the postman shoved that letter to the postmaster, and when he saw the letter, he too, like the postman, the postmaster too laughed. But suddenly the postmaster turned into a serious person. Immediately after reading the letter, the postmaster turned serious. Why? Why did he become very serious after a continuous laugh with the postman? Yes. The postmaster became serious because he realized Lenjo's hardened faith in God. The postmaster realized the Lenjo's hardcore belief, the faith in God. And the postmaster wished he had the faith of the man who wrote this letter, that is Lenjo. Then the postmaster came up with an idea that to send a letter to Lenjo from God. And he also decided to send Lenjo some money. My question: what did the postmaster do to collect the money for Lenjo? What did he do to collect the money for Lenjo? Yes. He took a collection from the employees of the post office and he himself gave a part of his salary. He took a collection from the employees of the post office and he also put some money from his own part, his own share. Okay. He put the money in an envelope and addressed it to Lenjo. He sent a letter along with it and it contained only a signature, that is God. So the postmaster decided to help Lenjo. And this is what we learned from the heading at the post office. And to check your understanding, I would like to ask you a few questions. Are you ready to answer my questions? Here is my first question. How does the author describe Lenjo? How does the author describe Lenjo? How does he describe Lenjo? You're right. Lenjo was a peasant. He was an ox of a man who walking like an animal in the fields. He knew how to write, and he was a simple man of great faith in God. That's how the author describes Lenjo. Then, my second question. Which expression in the passage tells you that Lenjo wrote the letter early in the morning? Which expression says that? Yes. The phrase, at daybreak he began to write a letter, indicates that Lenjo wrote the letter early in the morning. And the third question. Why did Lenjo write the letter to none other than God? Why did he write a letter to God, none other than God? Yes. Lencho thought that only God can help him, because Lencho had a strong faith in God, and he believed only God can help him in this situation. Fourth question. Immediately after reading the letter, the postmaster turned serious. Why? Why the postmaster became very serious? Yes. The postmaster became serious because he realized Lencho's profound trust in God, a heart belief in God. Okay, here is another question for you. Why did the postmaster take effort to collect money for Lencho? Why did he take that effort to collect money for Lencho? Yeah, it may be the postmaster was amazed at the great faith of Lencho in God. So he determined that Lencho should be given the reply from God. And my last question. Why was it difficult for the postmaster to collect 100 pesos? Why? Yeah. The postmaster might not have able to take that amount, and also maybe the employees couldn't support him. That's why he couldn't put the total amount, the 100 pesos in that envelope to Lencho. I hope all of you have answered all these questions correctly, and I will be back with the next part of this story, a letter to God, in the next video. Till then, bye.